Yo, what is up, my people? And in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to get 23 million damage per shot on every shot that is a headshot. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna do my best to break it down for you so you can understand. Right here, we're in the shooting range on very hard, which is the hardest difficulty that they have in the shooting range. And I use this in missions, and it is an absolute monster. One tap almost every single enemy. If that's what you like, you already know that King Macho damage. You know, let me know, bros. I'm gonna show you and break it down right here in this video. Let's get it. All right, so first off, we have a few buffs going on in this build right here. And of course, 23 million damage is a lot per shot. This is the build that I'm using, okay? And I kind of want to explain some things to you, all right? So first off, right here, this is the new exotic, the Mantis. I re-rolled it. We're at 850k base damage, which is pretty nice, all right? Definitely not as good as the Nemesis, I feel. But it does shoot a lot faster, so you could get a lot more DPS out there. But this will give you a lot more DPS per shot. So I'm hitting above 50 million with the Nemesis, but of course I have to charge it. I'm hitting 23 on this one, and I don't really have to charge it. Its RPM is around 60, but still pretty good, not too bad. And right here we got our 23 million kicking off on every single shot. So we are ramping up our damage, and if you don't know how, I want to teach you right here, okay? So all right, family, I'm gonna do my best to explain this to you, okay? So first off, let's go to the highest difficulty, which is very hard. And now we're going to go ahead and take our first shot. So our first shot is gonna hit for 7.9 million, okay? And the reason that our first shot hits for 7.9 million is what I want to explain to you right now. So if you come over here to your stats, you're gonna see your weapon damage, okay? So your weapon damage is gonna be very important right here. So we're gonna take 850102, which is 850,000 damage, right? And we're gonna multiply that with our vigilance. Since our vigilance is the only talent that is like passive, we gotta add that into the equation real quick. So we're gonna put 1.25 for that 25% damage. Next, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add in our headshot damage. So our headshot damage is going to be 4.565, and it's 350 right here, but you also add the 1, right? So 4.5 to give you that weapon damage that you're looking for, and that's gonna give us 4.8. okay? So we're basically hitting for 4.8, but what's happening is that we're getting the buff from our Mantis, okay? So our Mantis is giving us 50% more amplified damage against targets that are not targeting us, okay? So if you don't already know how Mantis works, let me explain it to you real quick. In plain sight means that when you aim at an enemy, you're gonna see like a weak point or a headshot symbol that's gonna look like a big old marker, okay? So you just shoot that spot and you're gonna get that beautiful damage, okay? So if they're not targeting you, that's why you want to use your decoy. This weapon was made for the decoy, okay? This gives the decoy substance and use, all right? So let me finish breaking down the math to you, okay? So this last 50%, we're gonna add on that 4.8 million. So we're gonna go times 1.50, and that's gonna give us the 7 million that we're looking for, okay? So after we get that first shot on 7 million, that first headshot, we're gonna get our damage increased by 150%, which is gonna be a little bit more than 12 million damage, okay? So right here, we're going to 18, and then we're also gonna get increased again. That takes us to 23, where we hard cap at, okay? We're hard capping on 23 million, in case you don't know, okay? So our first shot is just straight the weapon. After that, gunslinger starts to proc, okay? So or headhunter, excuse me. So if you don't understand how perfect headhunter works, after killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150% of that final blow. Okay, so you also have 30 seconds to use this buff. This buff stacks. Okay, this buff, you can have 100% uptime on this buff if you hit your shots, or if you're in an area, or if you kill something before 30 seconds, right? So boom, absolutely destroying. Okay, so now that I've explained how this works and you should understand it, I want to introduce something else to you. Okay, they'll probably fix it. This is the PTS, but that's why I'm going to show you. Okay, so when I swap over to my white def and I get a headshot, it's calculating my white def's damage and adding it to my Mantis, which is giving me 39 million now per shot instead of 23. Okay, so I just wanted to add that in there. They might not want this, like this might not be intended at all, so you know, I want to make sure that we're catching all this and that I'm showing all you guys. Okay, tell all your friends, and when they fix it, they'll fix it. So right here we're hitting for 39 million, 40 million sometimes right there off a shot with this little trick. Okay, so I noticed this yesterday when I was playing in the shooting range with it, and it seems to be adding both base damages into my Mantis. But yeah, 39-40 million per shot with this build. If you don't already know, I'm using a 1-8-1 Araldi for marksman damage. The build is going to be focused around headshot damage. Okay, this is headshot damage build. 1 Providence for headshot damage. Okay, headshot damage mods. Whatever else you want to roll, that's up to you. I try to go for a little bit of crit, that way I could crit sometimes, right? So right here we have 3 aces also, and the reason we have 3 aces is for the 2-piece we get marksman damage, and for the 3-piece we get headshot damage. Listen to me, guys. Listen, Linda. 20% headshot on aces is multiplicative. All right, guys, so you get more than 20%. All right, guys, it is beautiful. You'd still get 20%, but it's multiplicative. All right, so there's 20% additive, and then there's 20% multiplicative, which you're gonna get more than 20% additive. Okay, I hope you understand that and I didn't confuse you. My goal is to explain everything with my videos, not to confuse you further, but sometimes I could see how somebody would be confused. Okay, so right here on this last piece we have Walker Harrison Co. Now on TU10, I don't know exactly how the normal headhunter is gonna work, but I'll probably be searching for perfect headhunter, no lie. But we'll see like what the damage cap is on the regular headhunter, because I think that's what's gonna matter the most, really, because getting these headshots is beautiful, man. Per headshot you get 150% of that killing blows damage. That's phenomenal, guys. So if you guys don't already know about this, man, definitely make sure you check it out. Hopefully I explained everything. So if you do 150% of your weapons damage, you're gonna get here really quick to 1500%. I get there in 2 shots. So, you know, depending on what type of build you have, if you have more blues or whatever, it's gonna be less damage. So, you know, if you're not comfortable with all reds or DPS like gameplay, if you don't have friends that are tanks, if you don't have friends that have skill builds, then I would add some armor into this build myself. If you were solo, I actually use this solo, and I'm gonna give you some gameplay right now, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. There goes our 23. I feel like Jordan saying 23 over and over. All right, we're gonna get that back out there, reload real quick. Then we're gonna get them Jordan numbers. 23. All right, lit them up right there. All right, we're done with this area, bros. But yeah, you see more or less how to work this, how to play this, and I'm really enjoying it so far, man. So I would try to take strategic places and not like, you know, possibly like high ground, especially since you're gonna be using this decoy, and it's basically like 100% uptime on the decoy, dude. So shouldn't be any excuses on like killing decoys or not, or your decoy dying all the time. I do want to say that you do have to focus on those headshots though, as you already know. I hit him in the knee somehow. All right, we're gonna throw this out. That way we take off some of the heat on us. And then we're gonna try to get that damage. I hit him in the leg, and like I don't even know where. But I didn't hit him in the head. So I'm losing my gunslinger buff whenever I'm getting a kill that is not a headshot. That's worth noting, no doubt. In case you don't already know. All right, so now that's gonna ram me up to 18. There goes my 22. Gonna hit my guy in his weak point. All right, my people, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope I explained everything you need to know. I hope I gave you some good tips. I hope I gave you some great insight. I love this game. I love the community, and I will catch you guys later. Most likely tomorrow over on Twitch, and I might do another video in the morning depending on like what I do later on today. But Sunday's usually my day off. I just wanted to drop you some dope content on your timeline on YouTube and, you know, on every other timeline. So salute. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, dislike it by all means. And yeah, thank you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys for subscribing to the YouTube, for following me on Twitch, and anybody that monetarily helps the community and the channels that we have, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Vanitas with the huge PP. All right, take care, boys. Salute everybody. Peace.